So the alleged Nick Carter rape happened where else but in Compton, Washington. The age of consent, I guess, in Washington is 16. You have to remember, though, this when people are severely disabled, cerebral palsy, you're severely disabled. Autism, debatably, you're severely disabled. That one's more negotiable. But cerebral palsy, you're severely disabled. You're considered to be of like a more serious nature. Like someone like me with PTSD, even though it's of like some of the most severe factors you can get, that usually is only found in people who've been fought in wars and shit, that's still manageable. That's not looked at the same level as disabled as someone with cerebral palsy or Down syndrome or anything else that cognitively makes it so that you could be very easily took advantage of. That's the main thing, is that disorders where it cognitively impairs you to a point where you could be easily took advantage of, consent plays out a little differently. Like, if Nick Carter was retarded, consent wouldn't be an issue. He's not retarded. And that's no disrespect to her. I'm saying if Nick Carter had Down syndrome or he had any of the other severe type mental disabilities that are considered retarded or mentally, what's the word? Not just mentally handicapped, but like beyond that, mentally challenged, that it wouldn't be an issue. You see what I'm saying? A big part of what I think this lawyer is going to push on is the fact she is disabled. She cannot give the normal type of consent. You understand, like for people in nursing homes in certain states, like Georgia is one of these states. When I was doing a little bit of research I did, I found this. In nursing homes, right? Or not nursing homes, people above the age of 65 is how they put it, who are sexually abused. The statute of limitations doesn't start running, okay, till they report the abuse. Do you understand? Until they report the rape, the statute does not start running. So meaning they could not report the shit forever. The moment they report it, it becomes, I think they have a 21-year. A lot of them, it's weird, have like a 21-year statute. Now, it used to be, I believe, federally mandated 50. Because I know Connecticut's 50, New York is either 50 or theirs doesn't run out. It used to be 50 or it doesn't run out, depending on the state. But a lot of states have revised that lately. So there's a little bit I want to throw in there, because I don't think a lot of people are realizing that because of how severely disabled she's looked at in the law's eyes, this consent doesn't, even if it wasn't forced rape, which it sounds like it was, consent doesn't play the same type of role it normally would. Do you understand? Like, it's the same thing as why, like, no matter what happens, even if it's consensual in the Department of Corrections, any type of sexual contact between inmates is considered rape under PREA. So it's sort of the same thing as that. Not exactly the same. The lawyer's going to have to argue it a bit more. But because with PREA, it's a very cut and dry law. It says, straight up says an inmate cannot give consent. Even if he had consensual sex with a CO, the CO by technicality raped him. You see what I'm saying? So that's something for y'all to understand, is that by the way that the law looks at it, especially because of the combination of severe disabilities, like autism, put it like this, is like that's like the baseline for like where a severe, in the law's eyes, where like, put it like this, if you have something like PTSD, they're going to make you do a competency test to go to trial. You see what I'm saying? They're going to do that if you have anything. Now, if you have the more severe the disability, anything like autism or above, Down syndrome, shit like that, there becomes a whole nother level of competency test to it. And it's the same type of thing they're going to argue with consent. So that's something y'all need to take into account. This is not just me and you at 19 years old, 17 years old, however old she was when this happened, walking around. You know, this is someone who really is special. You got to understand that. So I figured I seen a dude comment, I throw this in there too. All right, be easy, yo. Out this bitch.